In this edition of the Director's Log, I'm going to talk to you about the lower school assessment and reporting process for this school year. We've changed some things, and I wanted to show you a little bit about the timeline that we're going to be working with. So one, this is sort of from the beginning of the school year to the summer, and hopefully I'm going to zoom in here and going to be able to see this. If you can't see the graphics very well, I'll attach screenshots of these to the post so that you can see them. So one of the things that happens is we have two different things going on. We have a narrative report card process where we're giving you written narrative, and then if you're in 3rd and 4th grade, we're giving you grade averages, and those are happening quarterly. So I'll talk about each of those a little bit separately. So let's talk up top if we're in 3rd and 4th grade and we're getting grades. Those grades will be reported mid-semester 1. That's going to be right around October 23rd. Semester 1, which is going to be January 15th. Mid-semester 2, March 25th. And then you get a final grade report at the end of the school year. Everyone is going to get a narrative report. We used to do narrative reports on this cycle, and we've changed that. We felt like it wasn't giving us the right intervals, the time intervals to report in a meaningful way to parents. And we felt like in some cases the windows were too narrow to provide enough time difference to give good narratives. So we moved them from 4 to 3. So the first narrative is going to come out on November 5th, a little bit beforehand. You'll get that. You'll come to the parent conference. You're going to get a narrative from primer to 4th grade. Here's what your child's doing. Here's some things about social emotional development using our learner profile through IBPYP process, and hopefully some strengths and weaknesses and things to work on. Then around February 15th, you're going to get sort of the middle narrative, which is going to be a report that shows here's what we've been working on, here's the progress we're making, I feel like we're on track, we might want to work on these things rather than these. This is how this is going to work. And then we're going to get a narrative, a third narrative that's going to come right before student-led reports. So student-led conferences, excuse me. So that's going to be, we're going to send that home to you on April 15th, a chance for you to read over it. It's basically going to be a judgment statement from us. Here's all the progress we've made. Here's the strengths. Here are the weaknesses. We feel like you're ready for the next grade. Look forward to seeing you at student-led conferences. We hope also it'll prime you so that when you're sitting with your child and working through those student-led conferences, you've got some information to use when you're sitting with them. So hopefully that's useful. And if there were recommendations, I mean, honestly, if there were problems happening, we would already have been working through those. But we feel like this is a better reporting process, and we feel like this really informs that final student-led conference time. Fantastic. And if there are things that we need to do to prepare for the summer, we're giving you enough lead time that you can actually work on it. The other thing I want to talk about is testing. We used to do testing. Of course, you do your admission testing, but once you were in, we gave what was called the ERB test in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. We typically did that in the fall. It gave us a pretty general report about skills and mastery, but it was based on the prior year. We've now changed this, and hopefully I'll be able to zoom in for this, but basically we're giving every student in from P through 4 the STAR reading test, which we always have, but now we've added STAR math for 2nd grade through 4th grade, and what that's doing is giving us, we're giving that test at the beginning of the year to give us a baseline. We're doing it right in January so that we can get progress data that we can show you and share with you in that narrative report card. And then we're doing it again in March, which is going to show you the progress through the year and sort of give you an idea kind of where you're ending the school year, because it's going to be right there in March, really towards the end of the school year. It's going to help us inform that student progress graph that we hope will rise. And then we're also giving something called the Phonological Awareness Literacy Assessment, PALS test, through primer, 1st, and some targeted 2nd grade students, or students we just want to check their phonological awareness. So we're giving that 3 times a year as well. We think that's going to give us a really good profile of student progress and strengths and weaknesses. We are still giving the ERBs, but we're giving the ERB in the spring and only to 4th grade. One of the things that the ERB does well and helps us is it does allow us to compare our program to other independent schools and suburban public schools. So we felt like that 4th grade spring test score would be a nice program benchmark for us that we could then pair with the other data that we've collected and really allow us to make program adjustments, check our effectiveness, and we think that's a better profile and gives us more useful data for you and more useful data for us. I hope this is something that becomes informative and useful for you. Please let me know if you have questions or concerns, and we're really excited about it and hope you are too.